Alright, hey, here's Mega here, and welcome to another anime figure desktop show and tell with Mary Saotome here from Kakegurui, okay? I ordered this figure November 23rd, 2022, alright? And it's now March 2025, well, almost April, dude. So I've had this figure 2022? Well, let's call that 2023. Yeah, I've had this figure like 2 years already, pretty much, and I haven't taken her out of the box. I can't believe it. I've had this figure that long. All right, it's just it looks great in the box. I'm not gonna lie. Haze Mega is planning to just keep this figure in the box. So, plus it looks like it takes up a lot of space. But so I saw this figure, and yeah, so all the figures are just super cheap on Ami, and I just bought this kind of on a whim, sort of. I just saw it. I'm like, you know, I like Mary, and I think that's a really nice figure of her. It's more like a diorama type of thing. Okay, so this is Mary from Kakegurui XX. Okay, so I think it's the second season of the anime is what this is based off of. All right, this is a pre-owned item B plus box B. So I don't think this has ever been taken out of the box, guys. I think that's what B plus might mean. Okay, maybe it's been I think it's been open though. All right, so Mary Saotome, it's a 1/7 scale figure, and I got it for 10,350 yen. All right, that's about 69.31 US dollars. Okay, so pretty good. $70 for a figure this nice. What a bargain. Okay, so here's some information from myfigurecollection.net. This is a pre-painted figure. The origin is Kakegurui XX, all right, like it mentions. Character is Saotome Mary. The company is Myethos as the manufacturer. But yeah, this is my first Myethos figure. The distributor is Good Smell Company, it says here, all right. The artist is, it says here, 3 Yulong Xiaonu Menshen. That's quite a long name. All right, as the color producer, all right, who the sculptor is, all right, who you know, sculpted all the plastic and all that stuff, we don't know, all right, or it could be this Yulong Xiaonu Menshen, okay. So there was 2 releases. Oh, there was actually a Chinese release. That's interesting. Okay, so there was a standard release in Japan in July 2022, and it was 13,800 yen. All right, and I imagine that's what this one is. All right, and then there is another release in China on May 31st, 2022. So this was actually the Chinese release was earlier, okay? And so it was for 899 Chinese yuan, I think is what their currency is. Okay, so 13,800 for the Japanese release. That's roughly $100-ish, somewhere around there, okay? Materials are ABS and PVC. Dimensions 1/7 scale with there's a width and a height. Okay, so this one is a kind of a weird figure, okay, guys, because I don't think I've ever had a figure like this where she's just kind of lying down on the table. All right, it's kind of sexy. All right, so the width is 145 millimeters or 5.66 inches. The height is 265 millimeters or 10.34 inches. Pretty big height, all right? How you display this, I don't know, but I'm planning to just keep it in the box, all right? Because the box looks freaking awesome. Yes, so also I like to mention, this does make a good box figure, because look at it. It's all clear, right? Nice all clear box with all these designs on it and everything. Yes, I'm just going to keep it in the box, okay, guys? That's where I got her from. I got her from Ami pre-owned, all right, B plus B, and it was 69 US dollars or 10,350 yen at the time, or at this time, anyways. And yeah, I had her shipped with a bunch of other figures with the C-mail shipping, so I saved a lot on the shipping. I'm sure the shipping winds up being like about $10 for this figure. So, and then yeah. So there's the information for myfigurecollection.net. Let's start the show and tell. All right. So first, we'll take a look at the box. Okay, the box is cool. All right, guys. So it's one of these all plastic boxes. All right, kind of like a clear plastic. I mean, for like it's similar to like the pop-up parades and everything. All right, these boxes make great display cases for your figures, and that's what I plan. That's what I intend to do with this figure. Just keep it in the box, okay? But I will take her out for you guys to oogle today. All right. Yeah, but she's gonna go right back in there. All right. And yeah, so one of the drawbacks about these type of boxes is that they scratch really easy. Okay, so I'm sure there's a lot of scuff marks and all that stuff on there. You'll see it all. Okay, it's not like it's made out of glass or anything. Okay, yeah. All right, so there's the front of the box. All right, it says Kakegurui XX. All right, Kakegurui here. I guess that's I imagine that's what it says in Japanese. Okay, and then you've got like these kind of lines going all over the place. Kind of looks like a slash or something. All right, and then it's all clear. You can see the figure inside there in all its glory. All right, I'd imagine if you just took out all this plastics and stuff in there and hid it behind the figure or something, or just threw it away or something, it would look excellent. All right, even just like this, it looks excellent. But I would at least try to get rid of all this freaking styrofoam stuff in there. Okay, so they put that all in there so she so stuff she won't scratch in transit. Okay, when you're moving her around. Okay, so here's this side of the box. It's a bunch of playing cards. All right, and poker chips. All right, you've got a red poker chips and black poker chips, and then an ace of hearts, 3 of spades, 2 of hearts, 4 clubs, 5 of diamonds, and a 6 of clubs. All right, and then you have the back parts of the cards right here. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, here's the back. It's a kind of like a opaque material. Yeah. Oh, they printed it onto the box. That's interesting. I wonder how they did that. So yeah, so the back is just this kind of diamond background. Pretty cool. Kakegurui right here. It's got in a bunch of different languages here. There's English on the bottom, Japanese here, and Chinese here. All right. 50 for ages 15 and up, guys. All right, not for children. Keep out of reach of children. Yeah, little babies could eat some of the parts and die. All right, so there's another label right here. It says for sale in Japan only. Oh, look at that. So this is a Japanese import, guys. However, why is it in English if they want to sell it in Japan? That's what I don't understand, guys. I don't know if you can get this in the U.S. Maybe you can. All right, so here's the Ami Ami barcode right here. All right, it's a item B+. I believe B+ means either it's in very good condition or it's never been taken out of the box, okay? And then B means there's something up with the box, all right? As far as I can tell, the box looks like it's in pretty good shape, but yeah, it's got some shelf wear is what I'm going to call it. All right, recycle here, Myethos here. I think this is the name of the artist right here that I mentioned, okay? That really long name. Oh, yeah, well, we can go over again. I think this might be the painter, all right? 3, all right? Yu Long Xiao Nu Mention. Okay, I think that's what that says. All right, and it says Myethos here. They're the ones who manufacture the figure. All right, 1/7 scale, ABS and PVC. All right, yeah, it says it here again. All right, this one says 145 millimeters is the width. So like, I guess that's the distance from here to here, right? It's kind of weird. I never had a width specification. Right, ABS PVC 1/7 scale. ABS PVC. They definitely want you to know ABS. There's ABS and PVC, and then this one says metal. There's some kind of metal in there. Okay, guys, probably for the pegs or something. All right, recycle 15 up, ages 15 and up. Copyright Square Enix. I guess Square. I'm not really sure. Kakegurui. Was it a manga or was it a novel? I'm not 100%, guys. All right, but yeah. So I guess Square Enix is the publisher. All right, and I guess it says copyright Homura Kawamoto and Toru Naomura. I think they're like the authors. It says here Square Enix Kakegurui 2. Okay, made in China. What this is? Why is this here? I don't know, man. It's just a sticker that's over the barcode. Why would you cover the barcode like that? Maybe that's the Chinese. That could be the Chinese barcode. I don't know. Okay, and then here you've got the Myethos logo here, and I think this is a Myethos sticker right here. All rights reserved, Myethos. Okay, and here it says Avex Pictures. Interesting. So there's Avex is like they do music stuff. Okay, like you know the Eurobeat and all that stuff. Yeah, the Avex is a super Eurobeat. They're the ones that do the super Eurobeat. Okay, and then so this is this side of the box. All right, this side has just more playing cards everywhere. All right, is it different than the other side? Yeah, it is. This one has Ace of Hearts, right? Nah, it's the same. They're the same cards. I think they just took the image and they just flipped it or something. Okay. All right, and then we're back at the front. Let's go take a look at the top of the box. All right, ooh, so there you go. This looks like the school emblem, right, or the school mon. All right, I guess it's a gambling school, right? It's kind of crazy. If you guys haven't watched the anime, it's nuts, all right? It's about, I think Kakegurui stands for compulsive gambler, okay? That's what the name of the anime is, right? Yeah, definitely been open before. You can see here. Okay, so that's the school logo. And yeah, so there it is again. All right, and you've got this kind of checkered pattern on the bottom. All right, so let's go take her out of the box. Time for an unboxing. How you unbox this, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what it is, you know. So there's the inside of the box. It's just clear, all right. But there's a it's clear, but it's got all the designs and stuff. There is an instruction manual. Oh, I think I should read this. All right, guys. Oh, it's a table. Yeah. Oh, there's two ways to yeah. So let's check this out. Yeah, this is very important because I don't know how this figure comes together. So there's an inventory here. There's the figure. The main body is what it calls it. A playing card, and then the two bases. Okay, so I guess you're supposed to put the playing card on her hand. All right, and then you can display her. You can either display her facing up like this at an angle, so standing up assembly, and then lying down assembly. So you can have her just straight down. Why you would want to display her like that, I don't know. Okay, guys. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so there's a description of what. We will do the standing up one. All right, the side. Okay, guys, there's Mary lying down on the table. So I've got her set up so so it's flat. All right, this is the lying down mode. All right, guys. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. All right, so when you look at it, it just looks like that. All right, she's just lying down on the table. Okay, it's kind of cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go put her in the standing up mode. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't get it on video, alright? But yeah, basically, to get her into this position, you just take the leg, or I didn't even take the other one off, alright guys? You take the leg, and you just flip it, alright? So it's symmetrical, so it has two pegs on the side here. Alright, they're long, kind of rectangular pegs, and you just flip it, alright? So you flip it so this part is flat, and then you can display her standing up. Okay, you probably display her upside down too if you flip the other way. Okay, and I guess you don't have to put this one here, all right? But I just left it. So they're kind of hard to get out, all right? I feel like I might break it or something, but it's okay. Okay, but there she is. Okay, so there she is, Mary. All right, lying down on the table on a playing card. I think it's what kind of table is that? I think that's like a poker table. That's my guess. Hayes Mega doesn't play cards, guys, so I don't do the. I'm not a gambler, guys. You don't want me gambling. It's already kind of dirty too, man. Okay, so yeah, assembly. All right, guys, is pretty simple. You've got, yeah, it's kind of a weird figure, guys. So you've got the table, right, with Mary on it, and then it's called the main body is what it's called, and then you've got the legs. All right, the legs are underneath the table in the box, but they put like a plastic liner. Yeah, there's a plastic liner and a styrofoam liner that kind of blocks it. All right, so you have to dig it out with your fingernail. Is what I did, and then you could go install them. I'd imagine you could probably install the legs any way you want. All right, I mean, like you can install this one here or this one over here. All right, or you can flip them around like it is right now. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, guys, like I mentioned in the assembly. You just put the legs like this, opposite. If you want it just to be a table and you want to look down upon her, okay, and then or you want to look at her from a side, I guess, well, you flip one of the bottom legs, and then you can display her like this, all right, like kind of at an angle, sort of. Okay, pretty cool. All right, let's do a quick 360, and then Hades Omega is going to go. We'll scrutinize this figure. Okay. Also, I don't think I ever went how much the prices were, right? Yeah, so 13,800 yen, guys. That's $92. All right, so this came out when it came out. It was $92. Now it's 23,260. The price of the figure like doubled. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Yeah, the price of this figure has doubled since its release. Plaza Japan has it for 25,740. Nin Games has it for 23,260 yen. Solaris has it for 146 US dollars. Somebody's selling it for 110 plus shipping. They estimate 130 ship total. Somebody's selling one for 120. So you're looking, market price for this guy. Yeah, man, you're looking for somewhere from like $100 to $200. Okay, guys, the price varies a lot on this figure. All right, why I don't know, man. Maybe Kakegurui is not really that popular anime. I'm not sure. Okay, it's pretty nuts anime, guys. All right. So yeah, so those are some of the prices, market prices for this figure, right? It is very nice. This is my first Myethos figures, and it doesn't look like it's gonna disappoint. So I'll see you guys in a bit after I go oogle this figure, and then we'll scrutinize it and take a look at the closer details. Okay, guys, so I've looked her over, and it is very nice. Okay, definitely, this is my first Myethos figure, and it doesn't disappoint. Okay, so first, I don't know how are we gonna do this. We're gonna work our way from the top to bottom, but first we're gonna take a look at the table that she's sitting on. All right, so it's a card table. All right, you can see Ace Meg is not a gambling aficionado, but I will try my best. Okay, so this is the little. It's got little slots here for the poker chips. All right. So you get the chip. You put this is where the dealer sits. Right there you go. This is where the dealer sits, and this is where the chips are. Okay, and I think I'm not really sure what kind of. This might be a blackjack table. It could be a blackjack table or it's a poker table. I don't know. I mean, you can use it for a bunch of stuff. All right, but there's a dealer here, and then everyone would sit on this side of the table. Okay, guys. Like however many people you can fit, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 6 years. This table is designed to have 6 players and 1 dealer. Okay, guys. All right, what kind of game they're playing? I'm not sure. It's probably blackjack or poker or something. Okay, like Texas Hold'em or something. Yeah. Okay. Pretty cool. So here's the edges of the table. You can see like a seam line here. All right. I guess this table has the edges. All right. The edges are like. There's 4 corners on the edges, all right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're like divided by these, all right? And then it just kind of clamps into place, I guess. So the the table has an actual felt on it, guys. All right, there's a felt material. If you hold it, if you touch it, it's very soft. Okay, kind of like a pool table. And yeah, so all I can say is don't display this in the open, guys, because if you get dust on that stuff, it's very hard to get off. All right. I can only imagine having to dust this figure. It would be a nightmare. Okay, guys, especially if you display it standing up. All right. Standing like like, or flat down as a table. All right. So you've got this felt here, and then there's these. It's got these the lines here for the where you would put the cards and stuff. Okay, and it's got it's littered with chips and cards and all that good stuff. All right. Here you've got there's like a blue chips, red chips, and green chips. That's what it looks like, or white and blue. Okay, I guess those are the chips they use at the school. It's a gambling school, guys. And then, yes, there are playing cards everywhere. Oh, also, there's a... I forgot. Almost forgot, man. Aha! There's a playing card, right? So, the figure comes with a playing card, guys. And let me see if I can get it. The card out. Holy moly, man. They just put a bunch of tape to keep it from coming out. So what I did is I cut a little slit in here, and then I just kind of pushed it out of there, right? It's not in there very tight. So I guess, all right. And then, so yeah, you're supposed to put the playing card on her hand. I guess it doesn't really matter what direction it is, but yeah, you can put the card. Okay. You don't even need to have it. All right, guys. You can put it there. I don't want. It wouldn't really matter. It kind of blocks her face, too. Okay, yeah. So I missed that. I missed the card there. There was a little card in the box, all right? And it was very hard to get out of the packaging, all right? But there's a bunch of other cards around here. You could probably just break one of these off. Give it to her, too, if you wanted. Okay? So yeah. So there's the felt material there. I don't know what material is this. This is just a plastic. I guess this is supposed to be a wood. Yeah. So this is like a wood material. It's supposed to look wood, but it's plastic, all right? It doesn't really look like wood. Right, but I can imagine that's what a card playing table would look like. Okay, and then so here's the back of it. All right, those are the legs. All right, it's funny. The legs actually have a shading on it. Okay, they do look kind of wood-like, as I'm gonna say. It's got a darker shading here. The edges have darker shading. All right, and then the center is a lighter shading, as you can see. Okay, and then you can flip them over, and however you want to display it. Okay. And then the bottom is just a brown, okay, kind of like a wood color. All right, but it still kind of looks plasticky. All right, this kind of reminds me of like a window gaskets. That's what it look like. Okay, so there's the table. Very nice, very, very nice. All right, it definitely it adds to the setting of the figure. Right, it's because it's a gambling. It's a gambling. They do a lot of gambling at that school, and so they got like card tables and stuff. Okay. So now let's go take a look at the figure, all right? So there she is, the lovely Mary Saotome. All right, I love her. She's a medium is premium type of lady, all right? she's short, but she's cute, all right? But she's a yeah. It's funny, like all the characters in this anime, they make the ugliest faces when they're gambling. I tell you, okay. All right, so. Let's take a look at the feet, all right? So there's the feet and the legs, all right? She's not wearing any shoes, all right? She's got these long socks on, all right? They go up to, they're like calf-length socks. They're black, right? You can see her toes through it. Very nice molding, that's what I want to say, okay? They are like a kind of black... Or it's like a gray, like kind of, it's a gray color with like a darker black kind of shading. All right, that's what I'm talking. So that, yeah, it does have shading on it. Very nice. Okay. Okay, there's her lovely legs. Okay, that's the absolute territory, right? That's the distance, the skin, not the distance, but the skin. She's showing a lot of skin too. The skin from on the legs, all right, that you can see from the top of the socks here to the skirt, all right. It's quite big. That skirt is pretty short. That's what I say, all right. It's very sexy. He's got a nice pair of legs, okay, guys. They look very smooth. Oh yeah, I also touched them. All right, yeah, I touched them. She has a really like a smooth paint. It's one of the, I don't know, these some of these figures, particularly the ones that are released in China, have this really soft kind of paint on the legs, and it feels nice when you touch it. It's kind of springy. It's kind of feels lifelike. It's what I say. All right, yeah, it's very interesting. They're very smooth. All right, yeah, the finish is very smooth on the legs. Like when I had to put it together, I had to touch her legs, and I was like, wow, holy moly. Yeah, they're super smooth. All right, however, it is a flat finish, right, which is fine. It's a flat finish, but it's super smooth. Super smooth, okay, guys? Does it look like there's any kind of shading on it? Maybe. There might be a little subtle kind of pink kind of shading where the knees are, but not too much, all right? It's not a whole lot of shading. All right, so there you can go see the left leg. All right, it's kind of bent up there a little bit, and yeah, it's the skirt is like way up there. All right, you can almost see her booty from here. All right, get a good look at the leg from here. All right, oh, ooh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can see some of the roundness of the booty right there. Right, just get a nice little booty. That's what I want to say. Okay. Yeah, so this looks like there's a little shading right here. Okay. Very nice. Very nice legs. Okay, and then there's the skirt. Zoom in on the skirt a little bit. Okay, there's the skirt. Very nice. It has a pattern to it. All right, I'll tell you that. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the tone they use on the manga. All right, you know it's kind of like a little pattern or like a dot pattern or something. That's what that reminds me of, right? It almost kind of looks like a checker pattern too. All right. What are they? I'm not sure. Okay, but yeah, it looks like a manga tone is what it looks like. Okay, so it's a pleated skirt. All right, there's several pleats on it. It's kind of hard to see though. Yeah, the pleats are kind of hard to see, and it's kind of all ruffly and everything here. Okay, very nice. It looks like this is all one pattern here, and then there's a second pattern for the one on the waistband for the skirt. Okay. Very nice. She's wearing white, by the way, guys. I took a little peek. All right, and then so let's go take a look at her, the blazer, right, is what it is, or jacket. So their jackets look like a dealer's jacket. So I think that's what it's supposed to be, right? It looks like like the car dealer. That's the kind of jacket they would wear, right? But that's like their school uniform. So I didn't realize that until like now. I was like, yeah, you know what? That kind of looks like that. All right. So it's a long sleeve jacket. All right. It's red, and you can see all the kind of ruffles and the bends and everything on it. Very nice. I think it does have some shading. Yeah, there's some shading here where like it bends and stuff. A little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of shading here where like the dimples here are. There's a bunch of poker chips under her arm right here. Very cool. Okay, you can see the seam lines and everything. Very nice. There's like a pocket here. That's this black part here. And it looks like there's a pocket down here. Okay, I think you should be able to button this. There's some buttons here and here. All right, they're like they're like kind of brass-looking buttons. Very nice. All right, the inside of the jacket is black. At least the part that folds outwards like this that forms the collar is black. Very nice. Okay, and then there's the she's wearing a long sleeve shirt, because you can see it protruding from the arm right here. All right, you can see inside in it a little bit too. Very nice. The cuffs are black for the jacket, and then this looks like it's a matte finish because it reflects a little bit of light. However, the blouse, the shirt, all right, the shirt she's wearing is a flat finish. That's interesting. I'm just noticing that right now. Well, maybe all of it could be a flat finish. I'm not sure. All right, and then the buttons are silver. Right, it's all buttoned up all the way, almost except for the really top one. And then there's like a kind of little bow here with another button here. Kind of like a bow. All right. Okay, so yeah, it's just like a kind of like a almost like a formal kind of dress shirt, sort of. All right. All right. There's her chestesses. She's Mary is a medium, is premium, is what I'm gonna say in the thickness scale. Just right, not too thick, not too thin, just right. There's no shading around her bosoms, okay, but that's okay. And then, yeah, you can kind of see into the jacket all back there. All right, the inside is all red, okay, but this part that folds outward is black. Okay, and then yeah, so there's her hands. Let's go take a look at the hands real quick. It looks like she's trying to cup her hands. She's trying to hold like a beverage or something. I don't know. There they are. There's her fingers. They look like fingers. Does it have any kind of nail polish? Yes, it does. I think it has a very light pink color to it. It's like she's not wearing any nail polish. Well, no, she does. So if you look at the other hand, it's a little pink. Okay, yeah, it's a little pink. All right, so she's wearing a very light pink colored nail polish. And then there's the playing card in her hand, all right? I guess it could be any direction, but that is the Ace of Spades, all right, is what she's holding there. Okay, there she is. She's got the kind of the ugly face. She's got the gambling face on right now. Okay, guys. Yeah, man. All the figures of them have that kind of awful looking gambling face. Let's say, right? But yeah, so she's got kind of like a dark kind of like eyes, like the shading is under her eyes is kind of dark. All right. There's her lips. It looks like she's wearing a little lipstick. Her lips are a little red. Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, and then, yeah, there's her eyes. She's kind of looking off to the left, like kind of posing for the camera. All right, what I like about this figure is her hair, okay? And yeah, the skin looks good on the face, too. I bet you it's super soft, super smooth, like the legs. So Mary is sporting the twin tails, all right? She's a blondie, all right? She's one of them blonde Japanese peoples, okay? I don't know if there's any natural blonde Japanese girls out there, man. But yeah. There she is. She's got the twin tails, all right? She's got the tails on both sides, all right? But they're just she's lying down on the table and they're just like splayed like all over the place. It looks so cool. I like it. Okay, very cool pose. All right, and then, yeah, you can see the hair ties right here. They're just these black ribbons. Okay, she's got the golden hair. Does it have shading? Yes. It looks like it gets darker on the top here, and then it gets lighter, and it gets kind of changes color at the tips. It looks almost like kind of reddish or pinkish at the tips. Okay, very nice. The painting is very nice on this figure. Okay, and there you go. There is Mary Saotome from Kakegurui 2. All right. I don't think Myethos makes a figure of the other characters, particularly the main character, Yumeko. Okay, but Yumeko Jabami was her name. Yeah. Hades Mega is kind of thinking about getting the pop-up parade. There's a pop-up parade, Mary Saotome and the Jabami Yumeko figure. And they don't have the ugly gambling face. It's like it's not a big fan of the ugly faces they make in the anime, man. It's so funny, bro. Yeah, it's kind of the anime is kind of crazy. If you guys haven't watched it, I would check it out. All right, it's kind of cool. This figure has 2 ways to display it. All right, 3 if you count the box. All right, Hayes Meg is planning to just put it back in the box. It looks great. I wonder if you can put the card in her hand while she's in the box. I don't really care if the card's there or not. It doesn't really matter to me. I think it's optional whether you want to display her with the playing card or not. Okay, and it was really hard to get out of the packaging. They just taped the crap out of it, man. All right. And then, yeah, so it's cool that you can configure it in different ways. You can configure it to just sit down flat. I think you could probably just put it down flat like this too, all right? But basically, you just flip one of the legs around, and then you can display it like this, okay? Yeah, you could probably hang it up on a wall or something. I've never had an anime girl, you know, hanging off my wall. You could probably do that. But yeah, I would definitely have her in some kind of display case. Okay, and the box makes an excellent display case. I like it. I like it a whole lot. It's got all the playing card designs and that stuff on it. All right, the table is very nice. It's got a felt table and everything. It's got the cards and the chips. That's what drew me to this figure. Mary just looks so freaking cool on this table. I love it. Okay, and this figure did not disappoint me at all. Right, as far as I can see, it's perfect. All right. The figure itself is perfect. The table is very cool. All right. I'm very happy with this figure. It's like I said, this is like kind of like $100 to $200 figure, right? And I got it for like $70. All right. So I'm very pleased with my purchase, and with my first Myethos figure, right? There is a kind of Hatsune Miku figure where she's wearing a what is it? She's wearing a changsam. I might want to get that figure in the future, right? And Hazemeg is not the biggest Hatsune Miku fan, but you know, I like her, so. And I think she looks really. Hazemeg is a big fan of the Chinese dress stuff. Okay, all right. So there you go. I will have links to other figure show and tell videos at the end of the video. Check them out. Unfortunately I don't have any other Kakegurui figures at the moment, all right? But like I said, I am kind of planning to get those pop-up parades if I can find one, all right? That's what I want to say. Okay, I think those are my favorite ones. Besides this one. This one is very, very nice. I like it. I like it a whole lot. I think they did a good job. And it's a really interesting way to display a figure. I've never had a figure with a girl just sitting down on a table like this. Okay? Very nice. It's like itadakimasu, right? That type of thing, right? Yeah. All right, and it's Mary, and she's very pretty. Awesome. Okay, so thanks for watching. That's the end of the show and tell. I'll get some you know what? Can we really do a 360 on this? I don't think we can. Okay, Hazemeg is just gonna pan the camera around and then I'll move the stand a little bit. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, guys. Okay, thanks for watching. Hazemeg out.